Gotcha.
You know, like that, man.
But then again, you coordinate outside. So he's
Yeah.
you're the face. Jumbo could be the voice, but you're the face.
I hear you. So you know they extended the show. So it was extra half. Well, you know you was here last.
Yeah.
So now we got an extra half an hour, man. So what I did was I put it out there that if anybody wanted to stream in live and talk to us, you know, during an extra half hour or anytime during the show, they could come on in and that'll be good. That'll give us a break, you know what I mean? Because talking like last week, man, that was rough.
You have to develop the content, and it would help to have someone come in and address their issues in their area.
Oh, I'm sorry, just real fast. If that goes off, if you hear that go off, just keep doing the show as if it's not.
Okay.
But let me know the exact time it went off, and there'll be a little message that'll scroll across.
Right.
That'll probably say it's a test for WRTI.
Okay.
Just let me know that time because I'm supposed to keep a log of that. If we're ever inspected, they're going to look for that.
Gotcha.
So,
all right, cool.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Because last week we went off about 10 after 9.
Hey, Reggie.
Right.
What's going on?
Changed the day of the week that they're doing the test.
Okay.
So that's why.
For those watching Facebook Live, I want to talk about these jobs. Good
morning. It's good to see everybody on Facebook Live, everybody that's watching, that's listening to WOOM 92.9 FM, South Philadelphia Community Radio. No.
The light's not even on.
All right, good people. It's good to see y'all, and I hope everybody's enjoying their day so far. Gary, Joan, Reggie, Sherry, everybody that's watching, appreciate you. We're going to jump right into it. Expo.
What's FF?
I don't know.
What's FF, Joan?
Oh, talk time.
Oh, TT, okay.
So as you guys know, we did it. You know, it was a long journey, a lot of hard work, but we did it. This past Saturday, we made history. Matter of fact, we took history. And now there can no longer be any brownouts, sellouts, wipeouts, or any other kind of outs during contract negotiations. Whoever's in office, they will have to let us know everything that's going on. Now, I know a lot of people got some questions about the process, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. We also going to talk about the fact that today, as you guys know, they're going to the General Executive Board from the IBT. They're going to vote today to see are they going to impose the contract on the locals that voted it down, which are Local 249, Western PA, Local 243 in Detroit, and Central PA. Was that Local 30, I believe?
Look it up. Which one? One for Western PA?
Yeah, Central PA.
Central PA.
Yeah, I think that's
they
30.
have a group of locals in there.
Right. So it's right. So they're going to be voting today, and we'll find out is the IBT going to impose it or not. That's another issue. So we know we got 6 seats from the Teamsters United vice presidents and Sean O'Brien. So that's 7. So, okay, yeah, Local 30s in Western PA. Okay, cool. Thanks, Gary. So we'll let you guys know when we find out. I'm pretty sure they're gonna blast it on social media, so we'll know.
No, is Hoffa going to recognize the vote? They vote. Is he going to recognize the E-Board vote? Is he going to honor it?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I don't know. That's another one. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But so you guys were there.
Oh, before you go any further.
Oh.
No, you forgot to mention that the most important thing when we was down there, right? They didn't mention that it was our 100-year anniversary. 100 years this is our 100-year anniversary, right? They never even mentioned it. Why didn't they mention it? That was very, very important. I don't know. Hope you get a number out. What's the number so they can call in? Call in.
Well, no, they can just stream in. All you gotta do is just
Tell them we need to call in with all answers.
So just stream in and we'll add you in.
Any questions they got?
You know what I mean? Any questions you may have, you want to comment, let us know about how you felt about the meeting and everything. So.
Or any questions in general.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with your thing, man. Oh, here we go. All right.
So what you want to talk about? Your meeting?
Yeah. So y'all were there. So what y'all think about it?
I think that it was beautiful that the thing passed. I think that there showed a lot of concern there.
The members, get it right. The members showed a lot of concern.
Yeah.
You said they. You didn't say they. You can't include the
my
e-board.
fault. My fault.
All right, go ahead.
They, being the members, showed concern.
Right.
Okay. I think that the bathroom issue and the recording of the bathroom break for the feeder drivers, we did see a lot of feeder drivers came down about that, and showed solidarity with their brothers and sisters who were, basically fired for not recording the bathroom break, and they just got told on Monday that everybody had to go do it. So I think that's a big deal. I think that if the executive board doesn't get those members affected back pay, I think there's a big issue there.
Yeah.
/ Billy Mars, business agent for feeders. It is what it is.
That's what he said up there.
I think too that the issue that Richard Hooker brought up about getting the grievances resolved and not reporting the resolution to the membership is a big deal. Not reporting it to him, not reporting it to the membership to say, hey, this is how it goes. Because Kathy, right, that's her name?
Yeah.
Kathy was talking about how does people get paid for supervisors working. It doesn't go to the highest seniority member. And then Shanahan kind of declared that it goes to the aggrieved party with a grievant.
No. That's how it's supposed to go. But every situation is different. All right? Every situation is different, right? With the E-board, Shanahan and them, they pay who they want to pay, whoever they want to pay. Just like Hooker put 5 grievances in, right? 5 grievances he put in. 5 people got paid. Somebody signed off on them. Who signed off on the 5 grievances? Who was the 5 people that got paid? Kevin Malley was the BA. Kevin Malley said it didn't happen. Bill Shanahan says, why you didn't call me? What do you mean why you didn't call you? He put 5 grievances in. You should have worked with him on it. I mean, what are you talking about? Hooker, you didn't call me. Doesn't make any sense.
I think it shows that the secretary-treasurer position needs to be more about managing the people who he puts in place as a business agent.
I agree.
To inspect what's going on, to make sure that members aren't being violated, that members are kept informed of what's going on when they voice a concern, so they can become more involved.
Right.
So they don't feel left out, so they don't feel like they're fighting an uphill battle with both the union and the company.
Yep.
Right? I think that's really a big deal.
Now, Shannon, don't forget about Shannon. We should have gave Shannon a standing ovation. Everybody forgot to give her props. So right now, Shannon, mad love.
Oh, yeah.
Mad love, Shannon.
Yep.
Shannon stood up for the part-timers, spoke for the part-timers. What she said, it's sad that new hires came off the street, they got 100-hour-a-week bonus. What about the senior people?
Right.
What about the senior people? Come on now. Shanahan agreed to it. Shanahan agreed to it, that he had to meet with UPS, he agreed to it. Once the members start howling, senior part-timers start howling, he put a grievance in. Then he said put 2 grievances in, right? But you agreed to it.
Right.
How could you agree to it?
I think the bigger problem here, Jumbo, is to get the facts straight right from the executive board, exactly what they did, that Bill Shanahan should have put a letter out to the membership stating what was going on.
And he
what
agreed to it.
Agreed or not agreed to, because it changes the terms and conditions of employment, so people know what they can grieve or not grieve. I think that's really the big issue there.
Right.
So since you said that, he should have put a letter out, right? So now that opens another door. All right, with this amendment change, the vote, he should have put a letter out to the members stating that, look, all right, he didn't put the letter out, but he should have also said when we came to that general membership meeting for the amendment vote, he should have said, or the letter should have said, listen, you have to sign in. If you do not sign in, your vote will not be counted. All right? He didn't say that. And he didn't say that we were going to have hand vote. So we had 129 yes to 0 no. There was 149 people in attendance, right? So they tell me, jump, only 60-something going to count. Only 60-something people voted. I'm like, nah, dude, you got to be kidding me. You didn't say that. Oh, that's the way it's going to go. That's the way it's going to go. And here goes Izzy saying that the people came in late. They vote ain't going to count. What I'm saying is, right, why are they fighting the members like that? Saturday, they fought the members like they was fighting, I don't know, in court or something like that. Why won't they fight UPS
like
while
they
they fight the members?
Right.
Most members don't have the time to go fight back. That's why they try to fight the members, beat them down. You know?
Right.
Then they get to do what they want.
Right.
It's just like if you call somebody for services and they can ignore you, they're going to ignore you. You know what I mean? And they'll take your money too. You know, and then you got to go through the process, and the process might be worth more than what you're paying out every week. You know what I mean? You're going to lose. It's money.
Right. Now, the reason why I think they did that with the whole voting thing, that they're trying to shortchange the numbers, remember me you talked about it. Now, they still got to go and give it to Hoffa. Now, this is just me thinking out loud.
Yeah.
Okay, now, here's a bylaw amendment that I didn't come up with, right? Here's 66 people. I'm going to take that information down to Hoffa. Hey, Hoffa, only 66 people voted for it. That's all that voted for it.
Right.
So how am I going to say, hey, well, okay, well, that's all they wanted, then forget about it. I'm not going to approve it. That's just me thinking out loud. That's probably why he's trying to do that. Hey, man, listen, don't worry about it. Not that many people wanted it. Not that many people showed up. This is what happened. That's just my thinking.
Twice as many people showed up to that meeting as any other meeting.
Right.
Yeah, well, what happened?
Right.
No, well, I think it was close to when we wasn't gonna pay $90, $9.09. It was pretty close.
Right.
It was pretty close.
Yeah. Standing room only, man. I was shocked.
Hooker and I talked about this, right? Still, when you have an election, you're gonna vote on anything. You should let the members know how you're gonna. Hooker asked in February meeting.
Right. I asked him how he was going to do it.
How was we going to vote? He said he's going to bring it up to the E-board meet and we're going to discuss it, right?
And when y'all talk about it?
Never discussed it. Wasn't never discussed it.
They didn't want it to happen.
Right. So what happened is, when we came in the general membership meeting and we was getting ready to vote, like I said, the rules should have been stated, which he didn't do. He didn't do. And now they want to say this and that, right? And like, I'm Dizzy, all he want to do is fight his members. Why Dizzy and Shanahan, they want to fight their own members. It's sad. It's really sad.
I think that's another big issue here. That Izzy was trying to ask
Dizzy.
the member.
Dizzy.
Oh, it was my fault. Dizzy.
Dizzy.
Was trying asking the member to stand down from what the collective bargaining agreement is supposed to get him.
Right.
When his job is to preserve and
protect
the standards,
right,
not let them go to the side. He's more worried about saving the guy's job, right, and getting you not to take the money that's owed to you, so he can look good and continue in office. Is that an arbitrary situation? Is he trying to make something for himself? Is he using your benefits to help someone else?
Right.
He's trying to deprive you by even speaking about it.
Yeah.
I think there's a big issue here. That kind of behavior is what discourages members from being involved.
There you go.
I don't want to. If I'm getting screwed over by UPS and I file a grievance, the last thing I want to have you come over and say to me, say, "Hey, listen, can you drop that?" So hold it. I can drop you. Can you drop that? But I'm not going to tell you why. But I'm going to go over and save Jimmy Smith's job because I told the manager I got Hooker to drop his grievance.
Right.
So can you help me out over here?
And it's funny you said that because when I went in there on Monday, somebody brought up the point where we was talking about the grievance procedure.
Yeah.
With me and Kevin Malley, right?
Yeah.
So the member said, "You know what, Hooker? That happened to me." And the first thing that the BA told me was, "Well, UPS is going to do what they want to do. You may not get this," and she went along with it because she didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And that's another issue. See, when they try that with me, I know better. But what about all the members who don't? What about all the members who are getting shortchanged like that who don't know any better? And that is the problem. And they prey on those people. Like you said, UPS is already doing it to me. Now you're doing it to me. Now I don't trust the process, and now I'm no longer going to participate in that process.
Yes. Trust in the process is a big deal.
Yes.
Integrity is a big deal.
Yes.
Yeah, it is, because now Dizzy, right? Now Dizzy going around making deals, right? Now, with general membership meeting, he stood up and said that we got to make deals. I'm like, we got to make deals. I said, when I made deals, it was a problem, right? So Hooker got the 16 grievances, right? They got the penalty pay 3 days late. So the members want a penalty. They want to put a grievance in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dizzy says, you sure you want to go down that road? We might need something afterwards, right? And Dizzy, since he's been in office, he's been going around asking shop stores, look, I need you to, squash these grievances. Let these grievances go so we can let the new labor manager know that we're trying to work with him. What are you talking about? Are you going to enforce the contract, or are you trying to make a deal and make yourself look good? What are you going to do? I mean, what are you going to do? But when I'm getting the point is, right, they said, all Jumbo do is make deals. That's all he do is make deals for years. Ain't that right? That's what they said, right?
Right.
I have yet to know one union official that doesn't make a deal. I'll tell you, in all my years, they all make deals. They all have their little ins and outs of what they do. And the problem is this. Here comes negotiating time. We got big time grievances on the stack here, especially with the part-timers and the attendance bonus, right?
Yeah.
What did it get you?
Nothing.
What working with them, here's we got an issue. You know you can't hire nobody. You're struggling to get people. You have too many new hires coming in off the street, right? You can start us off at $15 an hour inside this local? No way, because then the rate's going to be like $19 an hour after the contract's ended. They don't want that. They think they can get away with less, and they're going to try.
Yeah.
They're always looking to pay less, John.
Yeah.
And the hall has to stand up and say, no, justice for all, you getting paid the amount they do.
Since you said that, $15 an hour. We paying $13 an hour, right? And PHL and Oregon Avenue. I don't know about the rest of the country, right? We can't keep no people. People leaving. The turnover rate is crazy. They're leaving like crazy. They say I'm not working for $13 an hour. Say I go to FedEx, get $15.50. Go to Amazon, get $15. They leaving like crazy. We can't keep people. We hiring like crazy now. People leaving. They're like, yo, I'm not working for $13 an hour. I just ain't doing it.
Listen, if I came in there today and I knew there was a job that was better, that could offer more time, more hours.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's not 13 right now. It's 10 now. It's 10 right now.
1060.
10,
Right.
It's
1060
10 right now.
federal-
It's not 13. Well,
federal
actually,
law.
it's 10.
It's 1060.
Yeah, yeah,
Federal law,
yeah.
because they have contracts with the Fed,
Yeah.
says they got to do it. Just like when they bumped it up to 1035, as of January 1st, 2019, they got it bumped up to 1060. I'd like to know whether everybody got that bump.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
that's a good question.
Right.
Good
You know,
question.
I sent the information to Shanahan once I found out about it to make sure that he was aware and knew. You know what I mean? So this way he can't be on the
You should have
podium and
brought that
say
up. You should have put that up at the meeting.
that I'll bring it up next meeting. No problem.
So you got a lot to bring up next week.
Okay, yeah.
So listen.
Write it down for me, so I remember.
We got to listen. So listen. So now you did some legwork on the 45. What we talking about? We had 45 people, 45 employees moved from the PD wall. I think 35 of them went ramp, 10 of them went shift. We had 45 people, full-timers, 22 trees, that bidded hub ramp,
250, Joan.
right? Hub ramp, right? So what happened is they moved them. And we're saying that there are new jobs. They're new jobs. And they should have been posted. They should have been bidded, right? Now we got people members coming to us. They want to file grievances. We're filing the grievances, right? One member said, I got 20 years I've been on the PD wall, right? Yeah. I got a guy, three months he been full-time. He was allowed to go to a new job on the ramp. I should have got it, right? I got preloaders. 20 years they've been here. They said, Joe,
yeah,
we should have been allowed the bid to go out there. They said, what's up? I mean, it's just not right. You cannot do that.
I think
So what did you find out?
I put in the information request. That's going in. We will get that information back, and we're going to find out whether these jobs are new jobs or they reshuffled the work, which is very important, right? If that job existed, that the full-timer got moved out of still exists, then it's a new job that Izzy Gray created, and it should go up for bid. That's how it works.
Listen, how it's 35. Listen, it's 35, 22 threes that was hub ramp.
Yes.
Now you got 35 employees.
That's
they
right,
ramp, right?
Yeah.
Now you got 10 employees that was ramp. They signed it.
Shift again.
what happened is they went shift. Well, they was okay. Say they was
billing shift.
There was no other, out of those 45 jobs, is what I'm getting at. Out of the 45 jobs, none of them had shifting in it beforehand.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
not the. Yeah,
It was building shift twilight.
Yeah.
Building shift twilight.
Yeah.
Now they went
No,
to
twilight hub.
shift.
Twilight
Yeah.
hub. Then they went to shifting.
Right.
So those
building
were-
shift, midnight, and twilight.
So if those jobs that were filled by the shifters are still there and part-timers are covering that work, those shifting jobs will be new jobs and they should be bid accordingly.
Joe,
Yeah.
they said what they said. They said, you remember what they said at the meeting? They said that they bring the part-timers off the ramp and put them on the PD wall because they said they moved the full 22 trees on the ramp because they got more aircraft, they service more aircraft and bigger aircraft, which is BS. It's BS, Joe. It's BS. You cannot do that. You cannot move 45 people out of jobs that they signed for. They bidded for the job. You can't just move them.
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? Not only that, you can't move and not tell the members.
Right.
You can't. We got 5,000, 5,100 members. You cannot do that, Joe.
I believe there should have been a letter going around.
You cannot do that.
Situation
You
It should
understand
have.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So now what you
Because
saying?
you can't really articulate a conversation like that in a group, in a crowd. Even like, just say me here and John, we're talking now.
Right.
I need to sit down and really take a look at the facts and look at,
Right.
like I pointed out to you guys, what the volume is, because it sounded like there was a volume reduction or something. Because UPS, remember, UPS came to Izzy. That's what he said. UPS came to say, I need to modify these jobs. Right?
I just
I
did-
didn't make them new.
I just
Right.
told you. Listen, I just told you why they moved the people. They moved the people because we cannot retain anybody at right now $10 an hour, $13 an hour. People are not working. They quitting on the ramp like crazy. So they took the 45 people and moved them on a ramp because they're 22-3. They know they got to show up, right? We cannot retain people. The excuse Izzy gave you, the excuse that Dizzy gave you, was a lie. Listen.
Because it was more planes coming.
More planes, right?
We done had these planes.
More
We done
planes,
had these
man.
planes
It's a new
already.
job,
We done
right?
had these planes since we had got the extra planes since Christmas, right? So you can't do it, Joe. You can't do it.
More planes on the twilight?
It's no, but
No.
not. And it's not just the twilight. They saying more planes on the day side, twilight, and midnight. Doesn't make a difference, Joe. You cannot move 45 jobs, Joe. You can't move 45 jobs. That's 40. That's 45 new. Yo, every part-timer should put a grievance in, right? Every part-timer, like they came down there, the part-timers, 14 kids, 14 years, Shannon, 18 years, right? You making new jobs and not, you know what I mean? If you move them people, right, the jobs on the PD wall, give them to the part-timers, make them full-timers. Come on, Joe, you can't do. You just can't. They can't keep doing what they want to do, and that's what they're doing. Dizzy a clown. He shouldn't even be here. You know he should be fired. You know what I mean? His girlfriend took the weight for him.
Yeah.
His girlfriend is supervisor. But let's get back to what we talking about. We're saying you cannot move 45 jobs, Joe, like they moved them. Go ahead.
That's a good question. I forgot about that. Dizzy and the supervisor girlfriend,
Yeah.
Ron Kamak, former supervisor. Not to say nothing.
No.
I'm not saying that Ron Kamak's a bad
No,
guy,
no.
but you got to look at
Hey, look,
who
Joe,
are they putting in
Joe,
office.
Joe, listen. We're not going to talk about Ron Kamak. We already went through that. Like Chef Salvucci said, right? If the members would have voted,
No.
When they-
Well, hold on,
right. They would have
Listen,
voted when we were going through it. Right.
Listen. We're not going to talk about Ron Kamak. Ron Kamak just came on the board. We're going to talk about the people who were there. We're not going to talk about Jeff Hess. Hold on. We're going to talk about the people that have been there for years, right, and are doing it wrong. But like Chef Salvucci said, if the members would have voted,
Yep.
we wouldn't have had this problem. Rich Carroll stopped me yesterday. 20 minutes we started. 20 minutes we talked. He said, John, they said they were going to vote for y'all last time. We tried to work with them. Look where we at now. And it's only going to be worked by January, by the next administration get there. Hopefully a new administration, right? Saying if the people vote, we wouldn't have this problem. So we're not going to beat Jeff Hester up. We're not going to beat Ron Kamak up. Listen. Hold on. I'm just saying. Hold on. These guys just got on. We're not going to beat them up. We're going to beat the people who've been there a while. All right?
And I'm about to do that, Chubbo.
The people who've been
This is
there.
what I'm trying to say. Bill Shanahan,
Right.
George,
You see the post?
Billy Morris,
What-
Joni, the people who they're choosing to bring into the circle of trust at the executive board have associations with the management team. That's what I'm trying to say here. That's where it comes down to, Jumbo. You know, it's me, as being a person that's been here 26 years, I would like to have my executive board members never been put in a letter of intent to be a supervisor, never been considered for supervision, never been a supervisor. Not to say that there's other people, let's say like Ron Kamak, that has a good reputation and would do a good job, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I would prefer to have a rank and file person and that's been rank and file from beginning to end.
All right, well, listen. So what happened is, we got to give a shout out to Ron Kamak. What happened was, this is what happened Saturday. We're going to give a shout out to Ron Kamak, all right? What happened Saturday is, you know, I've been down there 5, 6 o'clock since 2011. I'm on the E-board. They won't let me in the union hall. They won't even let me use the bathroom.
Right.
All right? Everybody knows this for years, right? Okay, so we had the bylaws amendment change. General membership meeting Saturday, right? So, 8:05, I'm coming back from Wawa, right? We got preloaders. A couple of them take the bus, but they got a ride down, right? So they going to go to Wawa. I said, hold up. I'm going to get Shanahan to open the door. They said, jump. Shanahan said, you ain't getting in the building at 9:30. Now listen what I'm saying again. I'm ready to knock on the door and tell Shanahan, yo, open the door, let the people in. They come to vote. Even if they vote 10 o'clock. They pay your salary, pay for the union hall. 8:05, they said, jump. Shannon, we just talked to Shanahan. He said we ain't getting into 9:30. So we stand outside. Ron Kamak comes. And Ron Kamak, I guess he heard what happened. Ron Kamak said, I'm going to open the door. Ron Kamak opened the door at 9 a.m. I give Ron mad shout-outs. Mad shout-outs for opening the door, right? The door, but if Shanahan arrived at 8 o'clock, he should have opened the doors at 8 o'clock if we had members there. Right. He was in there. Why not open the door? Hold up. I think I had an argument with Dizzy. They said they don't trust our members to be in the hall by themselves. I had that argument with them, right? But like I said, Ron Kamak, thank you for opening the doors, right? But Ron Kamak, these are the things we're talking about with Shanahan.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
And Gary Piso, his local, they said that their trustees got keys to the building. And you don't even have a key.
Yo, the janitor got a key to the building. The janitor got a key to the building. Well, Gary Piso, listen, yo, they sent a letter, when I got elected, they sent a letter to Oregon Avenue and UPS building, do not recognize, do not deal with jumbo. So I went up to the manager. I said, yo, you going to honor that? They said, I'm jump. We're going to deal with you, right? Listen, they're a bunch of clowns, man. They're clowns. They're scared. Told you what happened. Shanahan went to a meeting on preload, told the preload manager, I do not want Richard Hooker doing any hearings. Yo, you showing that's a sign of weakness. George Ruggieri, the former principal officer, me and him fought for years, right? I made a million deals. He never went and told management not to deal with jumbo. If he didn't like what I did, he changed it. Listen, it's sad. Yo, keys, it is what it is. I don't need no keys. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. Just like they all tell you, Gary P. So listen, when we in there, yo, they all fight me. The whole E-board fight me every time I got something to say. Right. Listen, the members voted for me. I'm going to fight for the members. And I'm not going to quit. If you get elected, you shouldn't quit. If you get fired, you should fight that, right? But if you quit on the members, they should not never, ever vote for you. You understand what I'm saying? Rob Whartonby quit or he got fired. You cannot quit. When it get get hot, you can't quit. Right. Listen, they done did everything to me. They done filed all kind of charges to me, yada, yada, yada. I'm still standing. The big guy from Louisville said, jump. Don't let nobody punk you. Fred Zuckerman, always love you.
Well, you heard it there first, man.
Hey, you know what? It's funny. You saying that.
They're devoting more energy to jumbo, it sounds like.
Right. Than the
they're
members.
Devoting energy to the grievances that they have filed by the membership.
Well, that was really what the amendment bylaws was about.
Right.
They said I voted yes and behind closed doors, and when I came outside, I voted no. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all now, we never voted. We never voted whether we want to pass it or whatever, right? One time I voted yes was for the lunch. When we came to, June?
Yeah.
What meeting was? No, it wasn't June. What meeting was? We don't have meetings in June. What meeting was?
We had it this summer.
June, right? Then I came in there. I told the members I voted yes for the half-an-hour lunch because the driver said that's what they wanted, right? And then I came down the hall. They beat me up. That's the only time I voted yes. Did I come down there and tell the members I voted yes for that?
No.
Remember?
For the lunch, yeah.
Yeah, I voted yes for the lunch, right? Remember?
Right.
And the drivers beat me up. I'm like, damn, I thought that's what they wanted.
Right. Now it's funny that you said that because we had a lot of new faces at the hall Saturday, right?
Right.
And a lot of them approached me on Monday saying, "What's up with Jumbo and the E-board?" They said, "Now we know he's with you guys, But why do the E-board treat him like that? They said there's no unity there. It's like he's against them and they're against him and all this other kind of stuff. It's just that's the way it is.
And make sure you let them know. You gotta let them know election time coming up. I'm not with unity. You gotta let them know right now. I'm with, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with them.
I think what's important is that there seems to be a conflict here, right? Their deals are okay, but Jumbo's deals were wrong, right?
Right.
If you're not with them, you're against them,
Right.
And now you're being singled out by the conduct and behavior that they do here to Jumbo.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Conduct and behavior that they did to you, conduct and behavior they did to me.
Right.
Why do they always want to single out people that are willing to stand up and fight, right?
Right.
Oh, my fault. Maybe we should get someone's job back.
Ha.
Because they can't argue the case.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That's what it sounds like.
Right.
Like, you know.
All right, the members voted for me. I'm gonna fight for you. I'm gonna fight for you no matter what. Listen, so you know we had a little, you know, we thought we needed a referee one time. Me and Zolly, mad love for Zolly, right? Listen, but what happened is, listen, anybody want to file agreements, we're gonna file agreements on anywhere. Okay? I had a guy come up to me last night. Example, he talked to Hooker. Hooker, you got a full-time job? What's your seniority thing? He came and told me, jump. I'm filing an agreement. I got more time than Hooker. I'm like, yo, did you sign? Did you sign?
Mm-hmm.
Did you sign it? He like, yeah, I signed. I said, okay. He said, I'm gonna call Joni. I said, before you call Joni, give a Hooker. We're gonna put agreements in, right? Anybody want to file agreement, we're gonna file. Zolly assured me, or any feeder driver, Zolly told me any feeder driver that wants to put agreements in, he can put the agreements in. If you want, come get me. I sign off on it. We go see Zolly. Listen, you don't have to fear Billy Marr. You don't have to feel you yet. You want to put the grievance in, you put the grievance in. That's all. Anybody want to put the grievance in anywhere, come find it, you can put the grievance in. And especially if you believe that your seniority was violated, right? Like I explained to the guy last night, right? They refused to put up on the website, on the bulletin board, Joe Esposito got this job, as seniority is yada, 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 right? You got 2 weeks to challenge it. How can you challenge it if you don't know?
You don't know, right.
You don't know, right?
Right.
So, you know what I mean? It's sad. It's a sad thing, right? Okay, just like the feeder drivers. You got 15 feeder drivers laid off. Why they laid off? I don't understand why they laid off.
I haven't seen them in a while.
There's plenty of, they didn't, eh?
Yeah,
I see them every night.
Yeah, I ain't seen them.
Yeah, it's 15 feeder drivers laid off, right? I mean, you know, well, it might be less now because they said wait till the vacation kick in, but the drivers been taking vacations now. Well, I think I got about 8 or 9 on my road. You know what I'm saying? Some of them might have been out. They might have said some of them out. But the ones that's laid off now should be laid off, right? So that also goes to say that Kissy Thomas, Shannon 18 years, Kissy Thomas 14 years, right? If in January they can find 15 inside jobs, midnight preload for feeder drivers, that means we got 15 jobs for part-timers. Right or wrong? You agree or disagree?
I mean, they should be able to find, if they can all of a sudden find them.
I think that's a great point, John Bob.
Right.
That is a really, really great point.
Yeah.
When you get laid off, you should be bumping people inside the centers, right? Based upon your seniority. That's how it works. That's why they have seniority.
Right.
Right? Here Jumbo says they lay them off. They constitute a full-time job for them. They make it happen. It works. These guys are with it. Yet 15 jobs don't get made for the part-timers that be sitting waiting 15, 20 years.
Right.
Where is the effort on the Hall's part to track what's going on and say, yeah, you can make this amount of jobs here or this amount of jobs there? Where is the effort?
And
There isn't any. There's no effort.
Yo, not only that, this is every year. Every year, 10 to 15 feeder drivers come inside. So that means they got work. And not only that, right? Listen, the union does what they want to do, right? So I'm going to give you an example. I'm an early AM driver, right? I had 3 or 4 accidents. I can't drive no more, right? So they throw me on preload to keep me working, right? Then they make a job for me. They create a job for me, right? This happened. They create a job for me, right? If you can do that, you can make a job for a part-timer.
That's right.
So that's 16 jobs. You know what I'm saying? So we're encouraging everybody that has a problem with that move 45 people, ramp, shift. We encourage you to put grievance in. All right? Y'all got Hooker number, y'all call them, we put the grievance in. It's your right to put the grievance in. And anybody on preload, like they said, anybody on preload that wants to put a grievance in, you can put the grievance in, right? So also, let's talk about that. What's that job? Oregon Avenue, extra $5. What's that?
full-time
What is
preload
it?
job.
What's the number?
Article 22.2.
Okay, 22 jobs, right?
Right.
A lot of my guys on preload, they say they want to go down there, they want to go down there, they want to go down there, they want that job, right? Listen, y'all, I always told y'all, right? Y'all don't never want to go back to Oregon Avenue. It's bad down there, right? We had one of our partners went down there 2 days, right? And I ain't had to talk to him, but I finally talked to him. He said, "I'm gonna jump. It's bad down there, right? So you want the extra $5, extra $200 a week? Go ahead down there, right? You got to pay city taxes, right? Go ahead down there. If you want to be abused, you go ahead down there, right? It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. My man went down there, and my man is working. He ain't no slouch.
Right.
He come to work every day.
Every day.
And he put it in, right?
Right.
He stayed for 2 days. He said, "Jump, it ain't worth it." So I'm just telling all my guys on preload that keep saying they want that job, Listen, but think about it. Oregon Avenue is a small building. When you late, the whole building know. When you call out, the whole building. When you get taken on off, the whole building know. You know what I'm saying? It's like the airport.
He said,
you know what I'm saying?
everybody know.
I think it's very important. That, listen, you want that preload job, you do work. You know, you got to come in and work. It's a different world down at PHL versus Oregon Avenue. You know, you got to put in the time. Me personally, I like the job. I make the money. I take the extra $5 an hour. Don't bother me the work I got to do. Whether I had to work on a slot for 8 hours, whether I got to do rigs for 8 hours, whether I got a spa for whatever 7 hours, whether doing QC, small sort, you name the job. It doesn't really matter to me. They're all jobs and work in the end. But you know, I got job preference. I want to make sure I keep that because job preference allows me to make sure my years and my age here
means something.
Get preference to the work that's there. I don't want to see a guy come in off the street just like these guys had and get like, you know, an E-rate job for 8 hours when I'd rather do the E-rate job for 8 hours.
Right.
You know, it's just like you guys down there. Got a guy 3 months, gets building shift, and that's what he does. And the guy's been there longer,
20 years,
and ain't getting that.
Right. Right.
I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, if you say job preference, right? So I want to ask Uncle one question and Espo one question.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. Listen, the airport in Oregon Avenue is the same union, right?
Same local.
Same contract, right?
Same contract.
So how come they got preference down Oregon Avenue? We don't have preference at the airport.
I think, and I'll talk to a driver about this yesterday. I think and you guys know this, for many years, the E-board that has always been their strong, you know, foundation.
Right.
So they always took care of Oregon Avenue above anybody else. They're gonna take care of Oregon Avenue. So they made those jobs to keep them guys voting for them, job preference, all that kind of stuff. So that's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
All right, so I got one. The building, and Joe McGovern was there when the actual PHL was getting built. She was in the other building prior to that.
She's in Oregon Avenue?
She wasn't Oregon Avenue.
She was at Fueling.
Now, listen, when she first started at UPS, there was another building that UPS was operating their air operations out.
Yaden?
No, it wasn't Yaden. It's down on the other side of the airport. UPS supposedly has that land. They purchased it. They have it. They own it. From my understanding. When I first got there, that's what that told me. Right? They built a building. They moved all those people who were in a different local, I think, at the time, over to PHL in the airport, and our local
321,
got
I think it was.
Yeah.
321.
Yeah, the one in Chester.
321.
Moved them all over to PHL, which is in Philadelphia, and our local was awarded representation out of there jurisdictionally. That's my understanding. I think Opaleski was there at the time. He got that off of Hamilton, is what I think, is what I was told. Could be wrong. You know, I got the story secondhand, so I wouldn't know. I wasn't there at the time.
Right.
You know?
Oh,
So Hamilton been the joint council president that long?
Long time.
Long time.
That's like
What he tell me, he
almost
been there
30 years.
He
Though.
been there shit that when they was making a lot of movies in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
He was in behind all that. He had all them jobs.
Get out of here.
He had on lockdown.
So,
And since you said Opaleski too, man, remember we said that Wharton B. uncle was related? It ain't Uncle B. His uncle was in 394, and him and Opaleski is tight. But go ahead.
okay, that's what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
I'm glad you
don't
found out.
make accusations and not prove.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm glad you know the story.
Yeah. I have
like
my
I said,
PI on it. I got the PI 24/7.
Yeah, because I don't know the whole story behind it.
That's the story.
I heard the second hand.
That's
you know what I
so.
mean?
That's why they took care of Wharton B.
So, that being said, I don't know when the job preference was getting there. I know it was put in there sometime in the 80s, I believe, that job preference. right? So it was way before PHL was even around.
Right.
But like Clarence has said, and you guys say the same thing, it doesn't specify PHL, which it should, Oregon Avenue,
Right.
which it should.
Right.
And when it doesn't, that job preference should carry to the preload classification of those
Right.
buildings. That's what you would think.
It should happen.
Because you read it and you can't discern
Right. You can't.
which operation that it's talking about, just that it's a preload operation and it should cover all preload operations, therefore.
All right, so let me ask you a question. You got job preference, right? Which is
Yeah.
cool, right? So at the airport, do you think it's right that Hooker and I, the years we got seniority, right, we get treated like it's our first day? We can do anything. They said anything. Like me, look at my knees. Look at my knees. I was in the trailer crawling today, right? Do you think it's right that we get treated like we got to do whatever? No seniority. Seniority means nothing at the airport.
I think it's in UPS's best interest to accommodate older employees because they're
Ain't gonna happen.
more
Ain't
likely
gonna
to
happen.
get injured and cause them a workman's comp case, right?
Right. Right.
Right?
It ain't
Right.
gonna happen.
Right?
Right.
It ain't gonna happen.
Then put you in to do the grunt work because you have time here and you ain't going nowhere, and they're trying to appease the guy, but they want to pay really a lower standard what the market rate is.
They should just
to
have
do
it.
the job.
We should
You know,
have it.
They'll
at-
come in
at
and they'll
PHL.
do the cake job.
Right.
They'll come in and do the cake job while you got to do the grunt work. You know, you're upset, but you ain't going nowhere. You got a full-time job. And you just make 30 something an hour.
Right.
You're stuck in a rock and a hard place. Because they'll tell you, well, if you don't like it, quit.
Yeah.
What
Right.
kind of attitude
Right.
is that?
That's what they say. All right, so now we jump around a lot here. Now it's time to beat Hook up time. Beat Richard Hook up time, right?
Boy,
It's time to beat him up, right? Listen, can't always talk good about Hooker, right? Driver stopped me. I ain't gonna say his name. Hooker gonna know who it is. Driver stopped me. He said, yeah, Jim, I talked to Hooker about something. He didn't bring it up on the radio show. He didn't bring it up down the hall. I said, what do you mean? I said, you know, he got a lot on his mind. He probably forgot. No, Jim. He just didn't bring it up. Hooker, the conversation went like this, Hooker. We got people on the safety committee. 1 year, let me finish now.
How they talking about?
We got 1 year, 2 years, right?
Right.
They do safety observation, right? They do the misloads out, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
Or almost like Zano was doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mike Zano was doing down Oregon Avenue, right? So he's saying that, Hook, shouldn't it go to a guy like Espo, 18 years, or Jumbo, 20-something years, right? Instead of a new guy. You said you never said anything about it on radio.
I forgot about now.
Oh, okay, go
now, if the safety committee they don't pick you. You actually ask to join. So
the
if
union has the right to appoint.
right, they have, but I had never seen them appoint anybody
Right.
on the safety committee. Right. So if the member wants to join the committee, they join the committee. Now, if you got 40-something years and you don't join, then somebody with 2 years join and they get
I
to
think
do
there's
that.
a bigger difference here, right?
So
What someone's talking about, what the drivers do with their safety committee and what the guys on the inside do.
right, that's
with their
totally
safety
different.
Is a totally different
Right,
standard.
right.
There's a driver, I will name nameless, at working at a certain center down by Rob Wootenby's area, right? I rarely ever see him go out on the route.
Yeah, I mean, I hear
He's
that
a
all the
safety
time
guy.
down there. Yeah, I mean, I know.
And listen, I talk to the guy,
Right.
right? I don't think he's a bad dude, but I sit there and I say, come on now. Like,
Right.
it ain't even like it's a half day worth of work in the truck for him to go out.
Right.
How much time do you need to dedicate to safety?
Safety, right.
You know what I mean? I think
Right.
I went down there like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I seen him going by the guard shack. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
As the division manager's coming out, right?
Well, my thing, if you want to join the committee, then join.
No, that's not what he's saying, Hook.
I mean, I know what he's saying.
That's not what he's saying.
But what you about what you told me is, you said you got a guy with 2 years, he get to do all this stuff,
Yeah, on the safety committee,
right? And then you got a guy with all these other years, he out there bumping.
So what my man's saying, right, he ain't saying about joining the safety committee. What he's saying, right, guys with seniority should get that easy work whether or not they're on the committee or not. That's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what he's saying.
Right. But don't they got a job, the area preference and all that in the package card?
No,
They have-
they bid a trip.
That's what I'm
it.
saying.
They have area preference bidding.
Right.
That's what they have. You bid an area of preference.
Right.
That's kind of what dictates your work. It can shrink and vary in the course of a
Right.
day due to scheduling needs or whatever. And I had a good talk with Ron Kamak about this because the company's going around and wanting to say that they have a preferred start time, not preferred area.
Right.
I said, listen, when I bid an area, I know that area is mine.
Right.
Whatever work that generates, it generates work to me.
Right.
I said, if I have 12 hours on my route that day, I got 12 hours on my route that day. If I have 7 hours of route in my day, the company's got to notify me today. we don't have an 8-hour guarantee. We have a workforce reduction today because
Hold on a second.
your area doesn't.
Hey, Joan,
have,
there's no calling number. All you got to do, we stream it.
doesn't have that.
So if you
time.
want to, let me see if I can hit you.
Joan, Joan,
Yeah,
come in.
yo.
Let me
listen,
see.
Yo,
Just ask to see if you want to. Let me see if I can get you in here. Let me see.
yo. I disagree with that because what happened is, yo, you say you have a better area. Okay, you have a better area, right? But what happened is one day they cut your area. They
Right.
cut your area, right? They chop it up, right? And then they're saying you want to do this. You want to do this route? No, if you don't want to do it, go home. You see what I'm saying?
I agree. Listen, I agree, and that's why. This is what I'm saying. You bid the area, the working area dictates the route for the day. You, as that driver, entitled to whatever works inside that area. Your pension relies on contributions for that, so you have to be whole for that work they're taking off you. Now saying you don't have any work.
Now, like I'm gonna say again.
Joan could be here. Maybe she can
Yo,
talk a little more
no,
about this.
I got it, man.
Yes.
Y'all got it. Listen, no, it's like 804, local 804, right? Local 804, the driver. If you show up, you clock in, you get 8 hours. Period. Have any work for you, you go home. Or you go home. I mean, sometimes not, even if you don't want to go home, let's see your guy go home. So why can't we be like 804 when our guys show up, they clock in, they get their guaranteed 8 hours?
Well, that's the members. The members got to enforce that. Then, if the members don't do it, then the E-board
They ain't
gotta
gonna force it. They ain't gonna force it.
Well, the members got to do their part.
Nah. We went over this issue with the new jobs of Shanahan. I said,
Right.
you have these new jobs getting made. How many guys are working? What's happening with them? Shanahan didn't have an answer, right? Now it's been 2 months since these jobs have been put around.
Right.
No answers. Who's working? Who's not working? I know some guys go home, and that's on them, right? So how do you, as a union rep, expect to handle that situation? Saying, look, you can't be asking Timmy, Johnny thing to have off. They got to schedule in advance. So that's the whole purpose
Right.
of scheduling in advance, so UPS can accommodate the operation and move the staffing around. They need to make sure that if they got a seniority guy on the list, that they make work areas that can accommodate those people on staff.
Right.
And so we got a question for Shanahan and the E-board, minus Jumbo. All right. Question is, Bill Shanahan, are there any 22-4s working right now? That's the question.
And
Nah, Joan.
Come on, Espo, go ahead.
listen, you got someone's phone number, Joan. Call it. Call my phone number, and we'll make sure we'll put you on speakerphone right now.
Call Espo.
Go ahead. What you were saying? What was you saying?
I got the sidetrack.
We was talking about the 22-4s.
22-4s.
Are there any
22-4s
22-4s working right now?
First of all, the 22-4 classification does not exist as of this
As of
moment.
now.
As of now. So now, you're going to come into a problem, right? You have to have a guy that goes out and works half a day right now. Let's say we're working in the preload and they bring him in the other half a day doing packages, right? They have to pay the package rate for the entire day. Once the contract passes, the company's going to say, now you're making an Article 22-4 rate. You can pay a little less. Right? How's that going to work?
I know.
Just ask the question, Espo, without being labeled. They can't label them right now.
Yeah, our
It's like what you just said.
working.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And
Just tell Shanahan, tell the members if they're working, they're working.
Shannon, do we have Article 22-4s working? Do we have them working?
They'll tell the members. Just answer the question.
Answer the question.
Everything is a secret.
Everything's a
Yeah, I
secret.
know. Now, Joan had put a question up here about 2-3 minutes ago about when Izzy was talking about the.
Here she is.
Go ahead, Joan.
Oh, you got it. I just wanted to clear up what's going on with the safety committee and the easy jobs. What's happening is we have drivers that are on the safety committee that are being used with safety time to run bulk stops, run the misloads, run the missorts, all of that stuff. And they're running around doing these jobs that other drivers consider quote-unquote cake, okay?
Gotcha.
Because it's all being buried under safety time. In other words, the center's not being charged with running another trip. So the only guys that get to do these jobs are safety members. That's the issue.
Gotcha.
And I talked to Kamak about this, and he's like, well, aren't other drivers bitching? I go, well, of course they are. But, we got to tackle this thing one problem at a time. So this is why I have a problem with the safety committees. Do you understand?
Got you.
Like, I don't know how it's working in the sword, but in the centers, that's what's happening.
Yeah, it's totally different on the inside. I mean, you still,
Right.
you still working. You're not, easy job and none of this other kind of stuff.
Right.
Right. You're still.
We bid, right?
Right.
But if a job, you got a cover driver who might only, he's still in progression. He's not even a top rate yet. But because he's a member of the safety committee, he gets to work that day, running bulk stops, moving misloads from one center, from one center to the other, from one driver to the other. He gets to do all of that.
While other guys laid off?
While somebody else is laid off, or while somebody else is doing, unbelievable amount of work. So that's the problem, is because that particular driver is a safety committee member, so his day's work is being buried in safety. It's not coming off the center. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes. And does that show up, Joan, does that show up on the operations report?
It shows up under safety. That's what I'm saying.
And so let's say let's say you gave me the driver's name, right? I could go and check and I could validate that he scanned those packages out that day and he wasn't doing safety work.
Exactly.
Right.
It'll show up as safety. And most of that work comes up pre-recorded. That's another thing. This is what I talked to Kamak about the preloaders pre-recording this shit and being sent out, because it's all being buried. So in other words, that center is not being charged with another trip. It's all being buried under safety.
Joan, do they have those scanners down there on those package cars yet to make sure people aren't misloading?
Not yet. It's supposed to be in October.
No, they have the overhead scanners,
Right.
but it's not
The ones the ones inside the car.
Right.
Like Oregon Avenue has them, but not
just
PHL. No.
Some of the cars have that little thing inside, but none of it's operational yet.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So yeah, but that's what people are bitching about with the King jobs, and it is something to bitch about. But it's like I said, it's all right now. It's all a ruse to, because I started filing supervisor working grievances over supervisors doing this. Supervisors can't bring bulk out. Supervisors can't run misloads from one driver to another. That's supervisors working, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So in order to combat that, this was their answer to it. And I'm like, okay, well, Teamsters are moving to work. There's nothing we can do about that, but it's all being buried under safety.
Right.
So in other words, the company's not being held to working 45 drivers a day because only 44 trips are being run, or only 43 trips are being run, and 2 safety guys are doing this extra work, and it's not being counted as a trip.
Gotcha.
So that's the problem with it, is it's being buried under safety.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right, Joan.
All right,
All
Joan,
right.
thanks.
All right, once again, you don't have to be on a safety committee, right? They can say what they want to say. The E-board need to come down there and make it right. Make it right. What happened is, like my man Stan says, right? Senior guy should be doing the work, period. Whether they high numbers or not, I don't care. What happened is, senior drivers, seniority should be recognized. You understand what I'm saying? This is not only happening at PHL, it's happening at Oregon Avenue. You got supervisors taking work out. You know what I mean? Just like if you ride, anytime you want to ride, when the college is letting out, when University of Penn is letting out or coming back, all you had to do is go 34th and Spruce. UPS got a trailer right there, right? You ride up there, you got a full-time supervisor loading and unloading it, right? And I used to go up there all the time, right? When it started being a waste, I called George, Joe, I got Cotterman up here, you know what I mean? Loading the trailer by itself. He said the driver said called out. That ain't true. That ain't true.
Where am I at? Where am I getting off that work?
Right.
Because they know, one thing about me, I follow the truck. They say I'm crazy. I follow the truck. I do everything, right? And I can tell you almost every day, I'm at the gate. I can tell you a supervisor coming out with a load, taking to the point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like I'm saying, right, seniority has to be recognized. And it's local, and it's not.
I got through this bumper real quick.
Go ahead.
All right, you guys, we're getting ready to hit the hour. You're listening to WOOM 92.9, South Philadelphia Community Radio, giving you another live edition of the 623 Lives Matter radio show.
clear, right? So the thing should be talked about is that there needs to be part-time and certified drive to go and handle that shuttle work since all the
No,
drivers
22-4 is
out of
going to do it now. Both will be anyway.
But that work's hit or miss. You understand?
Right.
It's not planned to be consistent every day. That's work that just happens to fall into this extra category sort of thing where it might or might not appear. That should be that part-timer's gift, really, to go out and make more time and extra hours. He goes and takes an hour lunch. They figure out what's left in the building. He comes back. He puts it in the car. He goes and he runs it out to wherever the driver's got to go instead of a supervisor.
Right.
That's how you avoid the problem, right? That's what he thinks in Article 22.4 is going to do. What happens when the work's not there?
No, the 20. Do you know what they said they want? We off the air, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you still on Facebook Live, but you're off the air.
No, but you know what they said they're going to do with the 22-4s. No more overtime. No more overtime. Listen,
department.
Stuff in the cars.
Anyway, Espo, listen. The game plan is when you get to your 4 hour, 8 hour, when you get to the 8 hours, they're gonna bring the 22-4s out and take you off the truck and bring you in.
They can't do that now. They can't do that. That's a no.
And we see what happens. See, but they said they can't do a lot of things. They wound up doing
I know
it.
the air department was asking us a lot of questions about what's going to happen to them because
They
of
already
22-4.
did. They already did it.
And they asked Morris yesterday. You know what Morris told him?
You don't know. It is what it is.
No, he said the company going to do whatever they want to
Yeah,
do.
because they're gonna let
That's
them.
his answer.
They're gonna
And
let
you're
them.
talking about people who've been, I think it's like 12 of those jobs like that, and they get ready to, what's going to happen to them?
They already took. Listen, they already took the ballot meat off of them. When I
Right.
told you the
Right.
ballot meat they took off of them. The early AM drivers were taking the ballot early AM to the drivers every morning that we missed, so they can make the service. They took it from them. They took it from them, and them guys gonna go if they're assigned to shift. They're gonna be shift. So it's already happening, and the contract ain't even ratified.
Yeah.
They working them, but they ain't classifying them as 22-4.
Right.
But they working. So we already lost work from the early AM department.
Right.
Where's the e-board at? It is what it is. Billy Mars said. Billy Mars.
Someone has to develop a report and find out.
All right, good people, we back. We back. A while ago, June had put a question up here about when Izzy was talking about why the people don't normally come to the meetings like this.
Yes.
And my answer was, you got to give the people something to come down there to. So, of course, we do want you guys to come down there. You know what I mean? Keep putting pressure on these guys. But again, we do have to give the members something to come down there to. We have to.
I agree with you 100%. But you got to be real. You got to tell the members the real deal. So what happened is, the last meeting was February. Last meeting, 30 minutes, I think it was.
37
25 to 37 minutes, right?
Yep.
So they said, Jump, should we come to the meeting? I'm like, look, I'm not going to tell you no lie. This meeting was like that because of Richard Hooker and the bylaws amendment change, right? I said the last meeting was, I told him 25 to 30 minutes, right?
Right.
So I said, listen, I said, I'm trying to tell you, I don't want to tell you to come down here, you waste your Saturday with your kids, with your wife, and only for 20 or 30 minutes. And that's all it's going to be. That's all it's going to be. They're not going to give you any information. Anytime you ask the principal officer, do you know what's going on with the locals and the class action suit against UPS in Ohio? And he says he don't know. And the member says, it's on
CNN everywhere.
and you don't know? The principal officer don't know that there's discrimination going on at UPS, and UPS hubs are starting giving PCMs about this, and he don't know? He don't know? No, here's what they say. They only care about Local 623. That's sad when you say you only care about Local 623, because what happens, stuff happens in other locals that affect you. So how you going to keep saying, Billy Mars' famous line, I only care about what's happening in 623? It's sad, man.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's a big deal. The IBT needs to make sure that Shanahan's prepared for the monthly meeting on national issues that come into play, so our workers that come to the meeting can spread the word that this is what's going on.
Right.
Not members coming up and flat out coming into play and say, hey, did you hear about this or that? When Shanahan comes in and says, let's take care of the old business, let's address what was happening last time, this was resolved here, the issue that Brother Esposito asked here, or Richard Hooker here, this is what happened, this is what came about. Now we're on a new business, but before I put in a new business, let me show you what the IVT is telling me. This is what's going on. There's a lawsuit against,
Right.
in Ohio versus UPS. These other locals have issues. Local 243 filed labor charges. UPS filed labor charges against them, according to Shannon. He knew that.
Right. You knew that,
You know what I mean? They're not going to tell you what's going on at the National Negotiating Committee when they go to these meetings. They're not saying what's happening. He's not telling you who's voting what where. That's what we need to know.
Yeah.
Because we need to see who's supporting us and who's not supporting us.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Because
You
like
gotta know who your
said,
friends are.
You want to bring people into the mix for UPS to support UPS workers, then you need to know that we all stand together,
Right.
and not have be divided over, whatever the petty issue is. I look at Metro Detroit, 243. They got an issue about getting their ID, the airport ID. They want to get paid for the time. I think some other locals got paid for that time, but Detroit didn't. So
Right.
so why, how can you have two different standards for paying for work?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, there's issues that they can tell you what's going on. When you got hired at UPS, and you, right? Did you get paid to get your ID on? I did. When you went in there, and they told you to show up in the building, right?
Oh, you talking about that?
They took your picture while you was on the clock, right?
Right.
Not while you're off the clock.
Right. Right.
Well, that's the same thing where as though the member's saying that I forget my ID, or even if I don't forget my ID, new hire, they at the gate for an hour and a half waiting to be signed in. They saying they should be paid for that time, but there's no answer. There's no answer, and it's sad because like now a lot of full timers. I mean, let's say full time, part time. They go to the West Gate, they lost their ID or they forgot their ID home. They call at 10 o'clock to get signed in. They don't get signed in to 12, 1 o'clock.
Right.
They saying they should be paid. They're saying they should be paid, but there's nobody fighting for them.
Right. I mean.
Yeah, they reported to work.
And they came to work, start time 10:30, and they came at 10 o'clock.
They know that UPS they should adjust their start time immediately because now that this is for the supervisor to sign in. Yeah.
Right.
Because you forget your ID.
If he get there by 10 o'clock, somebody should be coming out there before 10:30.
They
Right.
should have someone stationed
It's
out
not,
there.
it's
Someone's
not.
always going to be forgetting their ID. Someone's
agree.
got there to sign people in.
Now,
If the importance of the operation is having people there to be staffed to work it, and someone's sitting there for 2 hours, who's replacing that guy for 2 hours?
Right.
Supervisor?
Now, yesterday, our friends at the Labor Press had called me for an interview with what we did on Saturday. So I want you guys to be on the lookout for that. I think he said either tomorrow or sometime this weekend. He did a nice little write-up about what happened and what we did because, like I said, it was historic. And I don't want you guys to forget what happened, man. And you got to put those frustrations on paper. You got to, because there was a lot of drivers out there this past Saturday.
Feeder drivers, yeah.
Feeder drivers and package car drivers. It was a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
You're right. The drivers, package car drivers had me on the side, right? Look, they wouldn't let me leave. Well, you got to listen to what they're saying. The package car drivers, they say we just want to be represented, right? They're also saying, listen, Jum, how come we can't have more shop stewards, right? And they say, Jum, why is the BAs not down there on the nighttime when we come in? We'll see what happens. A lot of drivers are getting fired at Oregon Avenue when they come in. Stuff happening on property, this and that, right? If a BA was there, it wouldn't be happening. You had to put a BA there. Put somebody down there, put a shop steward. Take a shop steward off the job. Listen, if you're saying you got 4 centers, you don't have enough representation, right? Take Rich Carroll off the job. You understand what I'm saying, right? He's doing a great job. He was doing listen, Rich Carroll was shop steward, they had no problem. No problem, took care of everything. The BA, the principal officer never came down there, right? But they didn't appreciate it, right? All the stuff he took care of, right? You know what they did to Rich Carroll? At the end of the year, everybody got all their union dues back, right? Know what they gave Rich Carroll? $50. $50. Was Rich Carroll doing a good job the whole year?
Hey, that's what they said. He was doing all right.
He was doing better than all. He was doing great.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right.
And then they turned around and gave him $50. $50, they gave him $50 back. I don't want to put 623 on blast, but I know where the dead bodies are, right? So, to give him $50, that was sad. I went to the Joint Council President, Hamilton. He didn't do nothing. Rich Carroll deserved his whole dues back for the year, right? Like I'm saying, just take somebody off, take a shop steward off the job, and make sure he's there at nighttime. That's all. Listen, if you want to work 8 to 5, you got to have somebody down there to represent the members. You got 5 BAs. You got 5 BAs, right? Billy Mars, it is what it is. He need a roadmap to get to the airport. And when he shows up, he got an empty bag. And he comes stand with his hands in his pocket. When you ask him a question, it is what it is.
Well, that's what he told the air department yesterday. You know, hey, they had a lot of questions. All he told them was the company can do whatever they want to do.
Oh, so now you see what he says, right? So listen, you know, all you guys out there that says that like Billy Mars, been voting for him for years, it's time for Billy Mars to go. What has Billy Mars did in the last 2 contracts for anybody? What has he done? Just tell me, what has he done? Call Billy Mars, you can't get an answer. The answer is, UPS gonna do whatever they want to do. Shanahan, UPS gonna do whatever they want to do.
I get tired of hearing that.
Listen,
I do.
But what I'm saying,
and all of them say it.
Yeah.
All of them
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like their first go-to thing. You get ready to you got the company did the rights. The contract is on your side. That's what they say. Hey, well, the company gonna do what they want to do. You sure you want to go down this road? And I can't take it no more. I'm gonna be honest. I get tired of hearing it. I
Are they
can't
the
do
loss
it.
prevention service for UPS?
I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's so bad because, like I told earlier, when you talk to a younger member like that who finally gets enough nerve to file a grievance, they finally do it. They know what the contract says. They expect the BA, the shop steward, to get them what they're supposed to get. And the first thing out of the BA mouth is, are you sure you want to do this?
Right.
Are the company going to do what they want to do?
Yeah.
Then a member who doesn't do that, they're not going to do it no more.
Right.
And that weakens the procedure.
Right.
That weakens the union. And then guess what? UPS going to keep doing it. And that is a big problem for me. That's why when we was at the meeting on Saturday, because I get tired of hearing about the grievances.
Yeah.
Because I know you got to file them. I know you got to do that.
You did work.
Right, but you gotta get what the members are supposed to get. Just don't tell them to file a grievance, and then when I file it, you shortchanging me, or you give me this defeated attitude. Then I'm not going to do it no more. Then guess what? Then you can get mad. Oh, you gotta file a grievance.
Yeah.
You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, because what happens is when Billy Mars come down there, they go up to him. Then they say, Jim, I ain't going up there no more. I told him I had a problem. He said it is what it is. He really don't care. All right, so, you know, a lot of things going on. Got a SID safety moment right now. All right, what happened is they coming to me, right, the tugs. Open tug or closed tug, the fumes are killing you, right? Sometimes you had to get out before you throw up. I mean, it's just bad. It's a bad thing. So like we saying, safety again, which is a joke, right? And we also got to talk about big time. Big time grievance was settled, but they don't know who's going to pay them. That's the problem. They were saying they was going to try and get an hour to they side to put in. Listen, the grievance was settled. They settled it for 2 hours, right? But they trying to find out. He said they don't know who's going to pay it. What you got to say about that?
It doesn't matter. It's all UPS money.
Right.
Somebody got to pay it. Now, the longer it takes,
And that's what he waiting on.
he going to get more
That's
billing.
what he waiting on.
If the BA go after it.
Then he gonna have to pay
That's
him.
the problem that we going through
The
right
BA
now.
ain't gonna go at that.
Well, then
So-
why had a process though, Joe?
So what happened is that's what he waiting on. I said, what's up with your grievance? He said, it's settled, but they don't know who's going to pay me.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's settled, but they don't know who's going to pay him.
Goes past 10 days, add the penalty.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to find out. I mean, what's
Big time, you
Listen,
listening. You heard what he said.
If they don't know, if they don't have another grievance, that money could go to, stating there's another aggrieved employee, right?
Mhm.
It should go to the grievant.
right?
Because otherwise, then they're handing out money to whoever they want, which could provide them political support for their campaign come this fall, right? That's why I should always give it to the grievant who files, just like Shanahan says that's what he did, but I got evidence to the contrary, right? Sitting down in grievances that Rob Wortman signed off and gave my money to a different member who definitely is not.
He didn't tell you? Did he
Well,
tell you?
I mean, well,
Did he tell you that?
well,
Did
you
he tell
see what happened on
Listen,
the
I showed it
meeting.
to Shanahan. He said,
No,
take it
but
on
did
the
he
chin.
tell you though?
What?
Did he
He
tell
said
you?
take it on the chin.
Did he tell you he was gonna get the money to another person before he did it?
Rob Wortman told Eric Nolly it was okay for Keith Neubauer to go pay Joe Mikas the money for my supervisor's working grievances.
He never told you?
So that's why I said at the meeting, why would I call you? Because you're not going to do
And when I
anything.
brought it to Shanahan's attention, he said, take it on the chin. There'll be
See?
no grievances for you.
The principal officer telling him,
Take it on the
Take
chin.
his grievance that he filed on the chin. Now, what if he would tell somebody who normally doesn't file grievances?
Yeah.
What you think gonna happen?
They ain't gonna file no
Listen,
more.
that stops me from filing grievances. I'm gonna say there's
I know,
There's
it-
ones that I won't file because I know they won't get traction.
And I'm with you.
I can file more detailed grievances. Hold it. What happened to the full-time job grievance I did? You know
Right.
what he told me? I don't have a vested interest in the grievance, so we're basically not going to pursue it for that reason. Not because these other guys are going to be shorted money or shorted the full-time positions that should be created. Nah, since you're not the affected person, you can't file a grievance. What kind of nonsense is that?
That doesn't make any
Last
sense.
time I checked, I was a union member, right?
Right.
That contract represents all of us. An injury to one is an
Injury to all. Yes.
And whether Shanahan likes you or not,
They ain't got nothing to do with it. He still got a
he
job
got
to
to
do.
represent you.
Right.
You paying his salary, you paying for the union hall, this and that. He got to represent you no matter what. You know what I mean? You drive me up the wall, but I take it on. I always take it on. I take it on Chairman every day. Drive me on the wall. He drive me up the wall. He killed me, but I still take it.
Man.
So I mean, Shanahan can't avoid him. He can't avoid him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. I
The
hear you.
feels mutual sometimes.
Don't make me tell them about
Oh Lord.
when you came over the house. One chair's at the end of the table, one chair's always at the other end of the table, right? And they said when they came, people say, why the chairs like that, right? Because I can't sit next to him. If I sit next to him, one of us ain't gonna make it out of there.
Oh, y'all crazy, man.
What? What?
You know how the chair, you know, I move one chair at the end and the other end because I can't sit next to you.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. None.
You know how when we eat lunch, when you show up, you're supposed to bring lunch, chicken parm.
Yeah, Mr.
from-
Greco, I agree.
and you
I
sit at
agree. I mean,
the-
the remedy is not
your
working.
table?
It's not
Yeah,
working.
table at the house.
That's
Yeah,
how-
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not.
I sit so I can stand across from you. We can talk like, you know, eye to eye right across the table, not like staying next to you. You know, that's how I like to sit at the table across from somebody,
Right.
right? I don't like to sit side by side.
I'm glad because I can't reach you. I can't strangle you. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
good.
I'm glad.
That's good. I
That's
don't
why the
care
chair's
if
like
it's-
that.
Can't strangle.
Yeah. Listen, it's about the love and support, right?
Yeah.
Jumbo fights, I enjoy that. And
Yeah.
that's, you know, this is like a little bit of banter, but I enjoy what Jumbo does.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he enjoys what I do.
And
Oh, yeah.
whenever you show up over the house, you know you got to bring lunch. You know, don't say you forgot.
Okay, well, next time I get invited over.
You always invited over.
Yeah. Well, listen, every time I call you, down South Philly, not up at the Army.
Yeah, boy, I have got to stay at the gates, right? I got
Yeah,
to
I
close
tell
walk
you,
the
come
gates.
over sometimes, you don't come over.
I got to hit the gates.
What, you won't come to my neighborhood?
I like it. Yo. I'm bringing the wood.
See how you did that?
I'm bringing
See how you did that?
Listen, okay, we live now, right? Listen,
Yeah.
I'm bringing the wood over. You gonna paint the wood?
Yeah, come on.
I'm bringing the wood. I'm gonna drop it off.
All right.
You sure you gonna be able to paint the
Yeah,
wood?
yeah,
All right,
let's-
bring it.
let's go Friday.
Wood for the signs, right? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All
Yeah,
kidding aside.
hey, Mr. Greco, I agree. The remedy for the supervised working is not enough. That's why UPS, they get away with so much, and they know that our elected officials is not going to fight like they're supposed to fight. That's why now they'll tell you, supervisor tell you, file a grievance. File a grievance.
Yeah.
File a grievance. Because they know there's nothing really going to happen. They know it.
There's no accountability to them when they violate us. But they want to hold you accountable when they feel violated by you.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know, it's the double standard that needs to go away. The members need to know that the union is there for them and not for UPS. And what Brother Gray said at the meeting this past Saturday is a tragedy to every member. Do you want to go down that road with UPS? Am I owed something? Is your job not to fight for me?
Right.
Preserve and protect. That's what the bylaw state.
Right.
Just so everybody understands. That's the bylaw state. He's not willing to preserve and protect for Richard Hooker. That's the way I took it. And I'm going to have to think that's political in some kind of, you know. way.
That's why I wish Clarence was here, because we had the penalty hearing tonight with the labor manager, and the labor manager stormed out because Clarence was like, "No, you short of my members."
Well, listen, that penalty's due from the time the grievance was settled.
I know.
So that's 4 hours from every week since January we're talking, right?
February. What was it settled?
What-
February
no.
19th.
No, let's say this is something. Let's say it's February 19th, right? So you got a
Right.
month. That's fully, 4 weeks? 5 weeks?
And we
20,
got
20
it.
hours?
We got it like 3 days after the 10-day period. You know what I mean?
So yeah, so you're like 3 weeks in, two and a half weeks in? Be 3 weeks on Friday?
All right, so listen, you actually tell me the labor manager stands.
Stormed out. He left out. He stormed out.
You got to be kidding me.
No.
It's a new labor manager?
Yeah, it's his name is Cameron Donovan. He used to be like the manager, I believe, at Westchester.
You don't walk out of here.
Listen,
You don't walk out of here.
Clarence was sticking it to him.
That's very unprofessional. You don't walk out of here.
Clarence was sticking it to him, and he couldn't take it, so, he got up and left.
When they can't use their smooth talk
Was the BA
routine
there?
on a member.
BA was there.
The BA let him walk out? The BA let him walk out? The BA ain't say nothing?
Clarence told me the BA ain't say nothing.
BA ain't say nothing? Come on, the BA supposed to say something. Listen. You can't walk out of a meeting. Can't walk out of a meeting. What would have happened if Clarence would have walked out? I'm just saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? For the labor manager to walk out of office, that's just wrong. Wrong. That's a sign of disrespect. For the shop steward, we're going to talk about Dizzy. But that's a disrespect toward the shop steward and disrespect towards Local 623.
I think that's a disrespect to the personal property that should go through the grievance process. And I think Tracy Parker needs to get down and take a look at it. That's what I think. I think that's a big problem that the labor manager's walking out when the business
And the
agent
BA ain't say nothing.
and the steward
Right.
and resolving the grievance in which money's due to the member.
Right.
I think that's a big bully
It is.
routine, and I think that's a tactic of
Well, don't
bullying
forget.
intimidation.
Don't forget what the BA say. I need you to get these grievances back, right? So we can show the labor manager we're working with them, right?
But see, this is
So
the thing
evidently-
y'all don't know.
Yeah, but no
Clarence gave up 7 grievances,
said
right, before.
he gave him say what?
He gave up 7 grievances because Izzy told him to give up 7 to show the company that they was willing to work because it's a new labor manager, yada yada yada. So I asked Clarence, yo, what did you get? What happened? There was no compensation. According to Izzy, he got the member back without Clarence giving up those 7 grievances. So that's why I was kind of trying to figure out at meeting on Saturday, why do we have to keep giving up something? Why?
Why is other people getting their grievances horse traded away
For nothing.
for nothing, or someone else's benefit? That person. This is what I told you. And then I told someone to work too. I'll gladly go give a grievance to the guy asked me, and I'll give it away because I help the guy out. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I sure as hell don't really want to try to give somebody that's been on here 6 months that might not be here in another 6 months that grievance. That's for darn sure, because I don't know if he's going to be here.
Right.
No, so now
Why would I help somebody that's not going to be here and not going to come to union meeting and be supportive?
Dizzy told her outright lie. He said he got the member job without treating the 7 grievances.
Right.
He got the guy job back, telling the labor manager, I'm going to take care of you down the road. He got the guy job back, and he got the 7 grievances thrown in the trash or fall off the table in the trash. See what I'm saying? So he did give the 7 grievances. So what happened is, you mean to tell me Clarence gave 7 grievances back, right? And the labor man, he gave him 7 grievances to say, I'm going to work with you.
And
the labor man walked out.
That's what I'm saying.
What did he give 7 grievances
And
back?
that is the problem I'm trying to figure out.
So, yeah.
How much more do we have to give up? How much?
The BA, you said, give 7 grievances back to show the labor manager we're going to work with him, right? So I gave you 7 grievances. Clarence gave you 7 grievances back, right? And the labor manager walked out of the hearing. And
Because
you sit there.
want to get
so
what you owe.
How we going to work with the labor manager? Dizzy a damn fool. I'm sorry. Dizzy crazy.
First of all, I think that it becomes like a wage issue. That's what I think. But this grievance here for you guys not getting paid and taking till February to pay you, that's spiting by the company. Should never take that long.
I know.
The grievance should have been docketed, and Izzy should have did his part and docketed that grievance. Dizzy should have been had that grievance docketed within 15 days.
They don't want to go to panel.
Grievance.
They don't want to go to panel. They want to save money.
fair,
Oh no,
They
but
want
check
to
this
save
out.
money.
But check this out, though. Now,
It's about saving money. It's about saving money.
Izzy told me. He said,
Dizzy.
when you go down there with supervised working grievances, you may not get what you're supposed to get. So we try to encourage our members not to go down to panel because you may not get what you're supposed to get.
So, in other words, as they've had opportunities to correct the situation and get it out of the AAPGC, right? Right? Because they know that the members are getting shorted on their supervisors' working grievances, right?
Right.
They have not done so. They've not created their own grievance process resolution system here.
I think it'll
has their own.
Right.
No. Local 623, when you go down there, the panel with agreement, supervised worker, you ain't getting nothing. They don't represent us. That's our track record. That's our track record. Everybody else in the country, 804, 25, 89, they get something. 623, we get nothing. They don't recognize us. They don't respect 623. The management we have, the e-board we had, they don't respect us. They do whatever they want to do. How can a BA tell you that you go down there, you probably ain't gonna get nothing? That BA already gave up. He already gave up before he even tried.
And that's the attitude that I was trying to get him to see, especially when you talk to that talk with the younger members.
Yeah.
You discourage them from filing grievances.
Yeah, they're impressionable.
Right.
They're the communicators to the future generation.
Right.
They're trying to organize and get and say, hey,
so
you know
why,
what? I was in
why
the
would he
union.
do that?
I went in there.
That is
my
a
money.
problem, man.
I got a great example. Perfect example. Eric, you're off there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eric, young man, doing great. He's doing great as an alternate shop store, right? Listen, he ran against Hooker. He said, Jumbo, you upset? I said, I ain't upset. I want you to run against Hooker.
Right.
If you think you can do a better job than Hooker, run against him, right? I said, dude, we training you. One day you're going to run against us. Talking about Jump, we ain't never going to run. I ain't never going to run. I said, dude, that's your right to run for shop store. That's your right to put a slate together. If you think you can do a better job than Espo, Hooker, or me, run. He got 5 votes, right? And he goes to everybody, he's talking about, Jump on them guys fair. They wasn't mad because I ran against him, right? That's your right. But to run against the E-board, you out. You get fired, you fired.
Right.
I think it's very important to train the future.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stronger than the present.
Yes.
Right.
So you get a stronger union.
Right.
And that's the point.
Right.
And that is the
If
point.
you're doing your job and you listen fairly to somebody, no one's going to run against you because they know they got your support to do the job.
Right.
That's what's going to happen. But if you sit there and ignore people, side with the company, make sure grievances get tucked into the trash, disappear, don't get processed, then, you reap what you sow.
Yep.
Hey, Stan, like I said, right, look, Hooker don't tell me nothing. He forgets everything. Clarence forget too, right? So I'm the last one in the loop. Clarence was laughing at me this morning, right? I said, nobody told me, mad love to Clarence Smart. Nobody told me Clarence Smart was starting to slate. You probably even know, right?
Yeah, he told me.
So what happened?
He told you the name of it?
Yeah, they said 3331, right?
Right.
I'm like, what they talking about, right? They talking about Jump, you ain't know? I'm like, Clarence don't tell me nothing. Look, well, maybe they forgot, right? Clarence Smart ain't even tell me that, right? But man, loves Clarence Smart. Clarence, look, dude, we don't have no problem with you. You're standing tall. And we got another example. The Y Shanahan, with Espo is in the red area, Hooker is in the blue area. You can't represent the people in the red area. Espo, you can't represent the people in the blue area, right? Perfect example. Last night, we had an altercation. They brought Clarence Smart over, right? The member said, I don't want Clarence Smart. Clarence Smart made a call. The member didn't agree with it. He said, I want Richard Hooker. Richard Hooker came down. Clarence Smart called Richard Hooker.
Right.
Hooker came down.
Right.
Hooker made the same call. Guess what? Clarence wasn't upset. The member wasn't upset. That's all we're saying. You pay union dues. You should be able to have anybody you want. Clarence Smart called Hooker. Hooker came right down, right? Now, it wasn't his area. The member wanted Hooker. You're going to tell the member he can't have one? He pay union dues. He pay his salary. He pay half his salary. And this is a perfect example that while with Shanahan doing, it's not going to work.
All right, well, we're going to get ready to get out of here. We get ready to get out of here. Thank you, guys. Yeah, we get ready to get out of here. We get ready to get out of here. Man, this chair. Thank you, guys, for watching the show. Thank you, guys, for listening to it on the radio, 92.9 WOM, South Philadelphia Community Radio. Thank you, guys, for watching on Facebook Live. We appreciate all the support. Don't forget to go to spcr.org and hit the donate button. No amount is too small or too big. All right, we appreciate everything that you guys are doing for us, all the encouragement, all the text, the messages. Thank you guys for what you did on Saturday. It's not over yet. We can't get complacent. We can't get too comfortable because it is not over. We got to carry this momentum all the way until October. All right, that's what we got to do. We got to make sure that we continue what we started and get these guys out of office.
All right, I want to say thanks to everybody who showed up for the bylaws amendment change, right? We had a great turnout, right? And TDU sucks.
Anything you got?
Yeah. Everybody, thanks for coming out, staying strong, asking really important questions up there, especially about the bathroom issues with the feeder department and the discharges that were associated with it. And hopefully we'll find out at the next meeting when they update us about what happened, because Billy Morris was assigned to tackle the problem, according to Shanahan, so we're going to find out.
And make sure you tell the members you're investigating the 45 jobs.
And I'm investigating 45 jobs.
All right, good people. We love you guys. Appreciate you. God bless. Don't forget, it's not over. We got to put this on paper and get these guys out of office. All right? Talk to you guys.
Look, I said damn. I forgot. I said damn. I apologize.
Damn's fine.
I apologize, but I was in the heat of the moment.
No, Dev's